Dear student, you are welcome to another Google class for the week. Today we'll be considering the completed parts of amortization and depletion. Amortization and depletion, like you were taught the last time, we'll be looking at few calculation as far as disposal of an asset is concerned. Therefore, today we'll be looking at the task given the other time that you were meant to work on. The same task will be looked into. An equipment costing 60,000 naira was bought on 1st January 1991, and depreciation was provided at 20% annually on straight line basis, and it was sold on 30th of June. Remember, it was not sold in December, it was sold on 30th of June 1994 for 15,750 naira. And here you are required to prepare all necessary accounts. When you are given this kind of question or requirement, you are meant to use any method more preferable to you, whether the old or the modern method. But we'll be looking into the modern method today in calculating this task ahead of us. And now, as we look into this task, I told you in our last class that for you now to calculate a question like this, you must start in deducing your NBV. Your NBV is your net book value. Here we go. This is the NBV, whereby you calculate the value of the asset. The value the asset loses every year, 20% of it will be calculated. Mind you, we are asked to make use of the straight line method of depreciation. So charging it, when we get to year 4, you discover that there's difference here. In year 4 depreciation, there is 10% of 60,000 naira. Why 10%? Because in year 4, we were made to understand that the asset was only used between January and June. Now, this is how it goes. 10% of 60,000 naira giving us 6,000 naira. And the value of the asset at the point of sale happened to be 18,000. The question now is, have we made profit or loss at the point of sale? Only time will tell. Now, let's go. This is the equipment account. Now, considering the modern method of disposing an asset, we have to start with the asset account. The asset happening to be what? Happening to be equipment. So, looking into the equipment account, here we go. Year 1, the asset was bought in cash, 60,000 naira. And in year 4, it was disposed. But mind you, we are entering the same value here in order to close the balance of debit side on the credit side, though with the term asset disposal, because when we get to asset disposal account, the same entry that we have here on the credit side will enter into the debit side of the asset disposal, in order for us to keep into the principle of double entry, which says for every debit entry there must be a corresponding credit entry and vice versa. That is that about the asset account. Now we go straight to provision for depreciation account. Under the provision for depreciation account, as you can see, we start from the credit side where we have our profit and loss. Under our profit and loss, the value the asset loses every year will be charged here. And now, on the debit side, we have to close the account for year 1 with balance carried down of the same amount, 12,000. Coming straight to year 2, January balance brought down, which is the opening balance. We are opening the balance for year 2 with the closing balance of year 1, mind you. And the depreciation value also will be added to it, giving us 24,000. The 24,000 naira becomes our closing balance. Coming to year 3, our closing balance in year 2 becomes our opening balance in year 3 of 24,000. Then the depreciation value will come in as profit and loss, 12,000. The addition of the two giving us, the addition of these two gives us 36,000 naira. The 36,000 naira becomes our closing balance in year 3. And in year 4, it becomes our opening balance, 36,000 naira. And remember, in year 4, the value only stopped in June, and in June, calculating it will be 10% of the value of the deduction value, which is 6,000 naira. That is 10% of 60,000 naira. Giving us the addition will now give us 42,000 naira. Now, with this 42,000 naira, the 42,000 naira now becomes our asset disposal. And on the credit side of our asset disposal account, this same value will reflect there in order for us to keep to the rule of double entry. That one takes us straight to asset disposal account. The same cost of asset that I told you the other time, here it comes on the debit side. The same value I told you previously, here it comes on the credit side. Therefore, the cash, the amount of money that we sold the asset happened to be 15,750. The addition of these two, I told you, if credit side of the asset disposal account is greater than the debit side, that means we have made profit. But if otherwise, we have made loss. The addition of these two now gives to us, the addition of these two will now give to us 750, then 7 will give us 7, then this one will also give us what? Will give us 5. That's 57,750. If we look at the difference, we'll discover that the debit side is greater than the credit side. That means we made a loss on the asset. And the loss of how much? 2,250. That is loss on sales. Therefore, with the loss on sales, that gives us 60,000 here and 60,000 here. Thank you very much, and God bless you.